So you want to start a business, but you have no money. So in this video, I want to share 11 key steps that are not only going to help you to start a business even if you have no money, but are going to help you to build a highly lucrative business. Welcome to my channel. I'm Pamela Bassa, the founder of The Lucrative Lady and the Lucrative Business Academy, and I'm so excited about this specific video because this is one of the biggest problems that I love solving. Now, last year I recorded a similar type of content and I received a lot of feedback, all positive, all great, and a lot of questions, and people absolutely loved it. Now, of course, we have had the pandemic, and we are sort of hopefully in the aftermath of the pandemic. And one of the biggest things that is happening is that the online space is growing like wildfire. But unfortunately, because a lot of people did lose their jobs or lose their offline businesses last year, etc., even more people are needing to start a business, but they might not have any money. So I decided to record a more in-depth training on this. So today, I really want to hold you by the hand and walk you through step by step what I would do if I have no money, if I had no money to start my business. Now, I've been in business for quite some time. In fact, I started my first business when I was 17. But it wasn't up until last year in 2020 that we started to do 6 figures per month. And when I look at my journey, I can see a lot of places where I took the long road, a lot of places where I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of places where I should have spent a little bit more time on. And I can also see when I work with clients that they are making the same mistakes. In fact, the majority of people are making those very same mistakes. So I want to show you what the steps are. And if you can commit to taking those steps, you are going to do incredibly well. Before we dive in, I want to ask you a massive favor. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're working very hard on this channel, bringing you really hard hitting stuff that's going to help you. And the way to encourage us to keep going is by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell. We publish 3 times a week now. So turn on the bell so that you are the first to know about everything that we publish ahead of time. So without further ado, let me dive in. You want to start a business, but you have no money. The very first step is to get a job. Okay. Before you tune off, you might be thinking, but Pam, what do you mean get a job? I just said I want to start a business, but I have no money. And, perhaps you're a stay-at-home mom, or perhaps you've lost your job. You've been made redundant. So let me break it down. Running a business online, a lot of people seem to think that it's free, right? Because it's online, it's free, but that isn't the truth. There are many costs involved in running a business online. There are many costs involved in running a business online, such as cost of systems, cost of tools and software. You need an email autoresponder, cost of coaching, mentorship, cost of learning. There is so much involved. Accounting. These are things that we have to pay for. Cost of marketing. All of these things matter and it costs money. Even though you can start a business, bootstrapping and with very little, your costs are going to mount up very soon, but I can promise you that it's absolutely minuscule compared to running a business offline, where offline you have the massive overheads of, the actual premises that you are using, your actual team that you have, your staff, etc. Crazy overheads if you have a business offline. Online, it is minuscule, but it isn't free. So you do need some sort of income coming in. If you don't have any income coming in, then you ought to have some sort of savings. This isn't something that you can do for absolutely free. Free can only last you a little while, but you're going to really struggle to grow unless you are paying for things that will allow you to grow. Now, if you don't have a job and you have no other source of income, there are so many things that you can do online to make money and offline. So there are lots of free websites where you can actually take surveys and get paid for it. So speaking of surveys are good if you have some spare time, and if you're trying to grow your business or start a business, then you have some spare time, and this is a really good way to make some quick cash. So very quickly, I want to give you 3 different websites that you can check out. There are loads of websites that do this. If you just Google surveys for cash, you will find a ton of websites, honestly. So the first one is called Branded Surveys. So Branded Surveys was previously known as Mintvine. And they are really popular simply because they have a high volume of surveys, and branded surveys actually pay you via either cash or gift cards. Obviously, you want to take the cash because you're saving up for business. Number 2 is called Toluna. So Toluna is really brilliant because it's a lot of companies who put up their products and they want your opinion. So you are pretty much product testing for them. And one of the reasons why I like them is that they have many payment forms. So they pay you via cash, they pay you via PayPal, they also pay you via gift cards, anything of that nature, they will pay you in exchange for your opinion. So these are some really quick ways to make some cash. Number 3 is called Swag Bucks. So Swag Bucks is really cool, and apparently, based on my sources, they have paid up around $600 million in rewards to people. So these people are real, guys, okay? So, and you know, they pay you via cash, they can pay via vouchers and various other forms, but they will pay you out in exchange for your opinion, for your surveys, etc. So it takes very little time, and you can accrue quite a lot of cash this way to be able to pay for things that you need to grow your business. So like I mentioned earlier, if you're going to start a business, you're going to need money. So keep your job if you have one, and if you don't have a job, you need another source of income, and surveys are a really good way to get that. Step number 2 is to start with a side hustle. Start with a side hustle. Now, there are so many resources online for setting up side hustles, but I want to tell you one of the quickest and easiest one, and it was actually a really good friend of mine that did this. So she's an actress, you know, we have the same acting background, and she wanted to get into business or earn some money, and she literally put herself up on Fiverr to do voiceovers, and her phone has been blowing up, and she's been requested and sent work pretty much from all over the world. And you know, getting on Fiverr and doing voiceovers is such a brilliant side hustle because you can do it any time of the day, any time of the night. All you need is a quiet space, your laptop, a way to receive information, and you can set yourself up on Fiverr to do that. And the beautiful thing about voiceovers is that every business needs voiceovers, and they're not looking for just a specific type of talent, of voiceover talent. So whatever language you speak, if you have a second language, or even if it's just one language you speak, if you can do accents, or if you are just really good at reading, really confident, people are looking for you to read stuff to them. So this is one of the quickest side hustles that you can begin with no money. Now, on my channel, I have many videos around side hustles, but the reason why I'm sharing this specific one to you, which is get into doing some voiceovers, is because your side hustle is part of your journey. It's not your destination. Your destination is to start your own business and for it to be profitable. So you want to create a side hustle to allow you to exercise your skills, to bring in some cash to fund your business, right? So that is number 2, create a side hustle. So step number 3, when it comes to starting a business, one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of people make is this, and that is that they want to start a business around their passion. Okay, now let me land. Now I know that's going to throw a lot of you because a lot of people seem to have the misconception that, you know, but Pam, if I enjoy doing it, then I can start a business around it. If I enjoy doing makeup, then I can start a business around makeup. If I enjoy gardening, I can start a business around gardening. If I enjoy making people laugh, I can start a business around making people laugh. And here is the truth, right? There is a difference between passion and business. So this is me on my soapbox to talk about passion versus business. Everyone has some sort of passion, but not all passion can turn into a profitable business. Can you make a business out of any passion? Yes, you can. But will that business take you to 6, 7, and 8 figures? Not always. And that's really where I'm coming from. So if you are if you are really serious about starting your business, you want to really make sure that you have a deep-rooted why behind it, and that it's not just because you are passionate about it. So think about the idea that you have and really go to town, do some research, and make sure that you have some concrete facts, that you have data that shows you that the industry that you want to go in and you want to build your business in, that it is a lucrative industry and that people are willing to pay for what you have. I know that this specific point is a little bit hard-hitting for a lot of people, but I can promise you that I am saving you 2 years of headache here, because I meet so many people, and part of the reason why their business isn't growing is because because they are really trying to monetize their passion. But oftentimes it's not about monetizing your passion, it's about finding a high-paying skill, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, monetizing that, then using the money from your business to fund your passion. So oftentimes you don't need to monetize your passion. You need to have a business on this side and you need to have a passion on this side, and it's okay for it to be two separate things. Two separate things, okay? So please don't fall into that trap. Not all passions, right, are going to be lucrative businesses. So just remember that and really think about that. And that leads me to number 4. When it comes to starting a business with no money, the best place to invest your time after you've got some money coming in, of course, is to master a high-paying skill. Now, right beneath this video, you're going to see a link to another video where I talk about high-paying skills, various high-paying skills that you can do online, but I want to share 3 of them with you right now. But before I even do that, why should you get into high-paying skills? There is skill and there is skill, okay? There is skill and there is high-paying skill. Not all skills are high-paying. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And for the length of time that I have been online, I have noticed that there are specific skills that people will pay an arm and a leg for. It is a highly lucrative, high-paying skill. So make sure when you finish watching this video that you look beneath it and check out that video on high-paying skills, because it will give you a big, robust list of skills that you can master and that will pay you very well. But very quickly, some of the skills that you will learn about, I'm going to share 3 of them with you right now. Number 1 is copywriting. Copywriting is a truly high-paying skill. Why? Because when we are online, it's words that sell. Either words on video or written words, right? That's all copy. A lot of people call it messaging. A lot of people call it persuasion. If you enjoy writing, then you should definitely look into copywriting, because it is a truly high-paying skill. Now, it is one of my high-paying skills, and it is one of the reasons why my business is very successful, because I am incredible at writing copy. I didn't know I was incredible. I didn't know I was even good at writing copy. The reason I say that I'm incredible at writing copy is simply because of the results, the output, what is in my bank accounts. That is the real how I really discovered that, wow, this is a truly high-paying skill. And so when people get into my programs, one of the things that they must learn is how to write words that sell, because there are words and there are words, but when you are able to write persuasively, it becomes very easy to get a yes. You can absolutely sell anything to anyone. That is why it is so powerful. The second high-paying skill that I acquired online that has really helped me to grow a multi-6-figure per month business is funnel building, or rather sales systems. So I'm going to be talking about sales systems a little bit later on in this video, but very quickly, what is a sales system? A sales system literally is taking somebody who knows nothing about you from cold, right? They're cold because they don't know you, to being super hot and buying something from you at the end of that journey. So a sales system or a funnel literally takes them from step 0 to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and it does it on autopilot. This is one of the greatest skills that I have learned online, because it allows me to leverage my time. And so if you are able to learn that skill, you find that the problem that skill solves is the problem of time, and that is a problem that is universal, right? So everybody has that problem, because your time is irreplenishable. So if you can create a business where you are helping people to save time, you are buying them back their time, they're going to pay you an arm and a leg for that. The third high-paying skill that I want to talk about very quickly. Now, like I mentioned, there's another video about this where you get, I don't even remember, I think I shared 17 in there. So make sure you check that out when you finish this. But the third high-paying skill that not many people know about. Now, this one is an outlier, but this has been the cherry on the cake for my business and for our clients. And it is storytelling. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Words tell, but stories sell. I cannot even begin to explain what having the ability to tell stories well has done for not just my business, but has just done in the world of online marketing. Why? Because people want to buy from people who they know, like, and trust. And how do they get to know you? They get to know you by knowing about you, hearing stories about you, and falling in love with you even before they have come in contact with you or anything that you are selling. And I find that the best way, the most non-salesy way to actually sell anything is through storytelling. So storytelling combined with copywriting is just an incredible combo. And when you put those into a sales system, now you are laughing. So going back on what I've been sharing with you, a high paying skill is incredibly important. And if you are thinking about starting a business, then this is the time to think, well, I need a high paying skill. And I promise you that whatever business you are starting, any of these high paying skills, if you just master just one of them, not all of them, just one of them, you are going to do very, very well. Number 5. If you do choose one of these high-paying skills, what you want to do is invest some time in it. You've got to really, really master it. One of the ways that I mastered copywriting and persuasion is that I write every day, right? I write every day. How did I master storytelling? I started to tell stories every single day. I'd go to central London for lunch with my husband, and on the tube on my way back, I get on my phone and I start crafting stories about the journey, or about the day, or about the tall building that I saw and what it reminded me of, and all of these things. And I just literally told stories every single day, and I'd get in front of the camera and literally I'm walking with my husband and I would pick up my phone and I would try it on video to see how it came across, and I literally just every single day sharpened that skill. So if you want to make real money online, you've got to really invest in it. You've got to invest time in studying these things. You've got to read books about persuasion, read books about storytelling, read books about any high-paying skill that you choose, get courses in it, get coaching in it, do everything that is required for you to become the GOAT in that thing. Now, what is the GOAT? The greatest of all time. That is what you want to be. You want people to say that thing and your name is right next to it, right? That is how good you want to be at that thing. And the greatest thing about that is that all of these skills are skills that you can learn if you are willing to invest the time. Number 6. Once you have done this, you want to start publishing daily, right? So let me take you a couple of steps back, right? You find a high-paying skill, you choose one, you spend time every single day. It's all about the compound effect. Even if it's 15 minutes, as long as you do it consistently every day, you're going to be better off than somebody who isn't even doing anything, way better off. Once you do this, you want to start publishing every single day. Now, what does publishing mean? It simply means that you want to start talking about it on social media. Pick one platform that you like, whatever it is. It doesn't even matter what it is. That's how good this is. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares what platform it is. If it's Instagram, that's fine. It could be Facebook, it could be LinkedIn, but you want to choose one platform and you want to start talking about this thing every single day. This is exactly what I did. So the more I learned about storytelling and persuasion and sales systems, I started to talk about it. I created my own formulas. I created the bingo formula for telling stories well, right? I started to talk about, oh, this is the formula. If you want to do this, this is how you do it. And I just started to share and to give. And it is by doing that you then grow an audience. And before you know it, people start reaching out to you, asking you how you can help them. And that leads me to number 7, and that is to build an email list. Now, if you want to know what an email list is or how to build it, make sure you check out this video on my channel, because in this video, I really break down how to build an email list. And in fact, I have an entire playlist, which I will link below, tutorials for how to build an email list, grow an email list, and how to become an expert email marketer, because it is going to be the lifeblood of your business. So one of the things that I did very late, right, was to build an email list. And I find that when people start their businesses, this is something that they leave till later. No, do not leave it till later. Start to build an email list right now, because email marketing is one of the easiest ways to sell online. And that leads me to number 8. Once you've started to build an email list, you want to gather social proof. You want some testimonials. Now, one of the best ways to gather some testimonials is to find 3 people, not 10, not 30, not 300, just 3 people who you can help, even if it is for free, right? And it doesn't even matter who it is. It could be a family member, a friend, or somebody who reaches out to you on social media. One of the reasons you want to do this is because one of the most powerful persuasion hooks is actually social proof. Now, what is social proof? Social proof is somebody giving you a testimonial, showing that you know what you are doing. And that is what gives your audience the confidence to then invest in you. So find 3 people, help them, and get that social proof, get that testimonial, or get a case study from them, because I promise you it will help you to actually enroll clients. Number 9. create a high ticket package. Oh my God. This is something that a lot of people are so afraid of doing because nobody wants to charge, nobody wants to charge anybody, and nobody wants to charge, a high amount of money. Listen, you're in business to help people. You're in business to have impact. You're in business to give people back their freedom, to actually genuinely help them. So make sure that you create a high ticket package. What is a high ticket package? Well, to be honest, it changes with every industry in terms of how much it is. But in the coaching space, a high ticket package, a high ticket offer begins at 3K. So you want to make sure that you have a high ticket package in there, because I promise you that whatever your highest thing is, there are people out there who are ready to pay you for it. So make sure that you are asking for that. But you won't have the confidence to ask for that unless you have those testimonials, which I mentioned in the previous points. So make sure you have that. On that note, comment below and let me know, how do you feel about charging for your services, and how do you feel about charging a high ticket investment for what you do, right? Bearing in mind that in the coaching space, there are programs that are 10K, 20K, 50K, even 100K. When you hear those numbers, how do they make you feel? All right, let me know in the comments. Now, number 10, and that is to create a digital product. One of the biggest ways to leverage your time is to make sure that you have some sort of digital product that people can buy without even talking to you. Now, this is one of the things that, again, a lot of people don't do. They leave this off the table. You've got to make sure that you have a digital product, because guess what? Not everybody wants to pay your high ticket offer. And so it's very important that you have several products in what's known as a value ladder. So you can have a product that is minimal, that's under 50 pounds or under $50. You can have another product at around $100. You can have another product at around $500. Make sure that you have a suite of products, because it opens you up to a wider market, and then you'll find that all of these products become various income streams for your business. And speaking of income streams, the final point that I want to share with you is that you want to make sure that you build in a sales system or a funnel. I talked about this just a little bit earlier, but let me just map out very quickly how we build funnels and some of the components that you want to make sure that you have in them. So let me map out very quickly what this could look like. A really good sales system should have various components, and it should have a good 5 streams of income within that one sales system. So all sales systems begin with traffic. Now, that is just social media or paid ads. So I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, YouTube, it doesn't matter. So we begin with traffic. When people see your stuff online, the next thing they should do is they should get your lead magnet by opting in. So they land on the opt-in page. Remember earlier when I said you gotta build an email list? So this is that step. So they grab that free stuff that you have created. When they get that free stuff, they should now hit an introductory offer. Now, this is a low ticket offer. Remember earlier when I said start with a low ticket offer? This is the next thing that they should see. After they see your sales page for that low ticket offer, they should now see an order form, which they can now use to purchase that low ticket offer. Now, inside of that order form, you want to make sure that you have what's known as a profit maximizer. This is now product number 3. So let me recap. You have your free products, which is number 1, your introductory offer, your profit maximizer right there. Once they have grabbed that profit maximizer, they should now hit product number 4, which is your upsell. And then moving forward from your upsell is then your high ticket offer. Now, yes, there are other downsells, etc. that you could have, but this is your minimum viable sales system. And it has 5 core products and offers within it, which are your 5 streams of income that you can have in your business, right? How amazing is it that you can literally have several streams of income from one sales system, right? One sales funnel. So you can see how it's very easy not only to start a business, but if you plan your business in this way, you have a very lucrative multi-6-figure per month business very, very easily. And if you want to see how I do this, then you want to check out the case study that we have for you. Look below this video and check out how we use our sales system to bring in around 120K in 3 days. And we do this pretty much every other month of the year. So check that out and it will show you the steps on how I build sales systems. It's completely free, by the way. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I've tried to pack in as much as I can because I really believe that if you are going to be successful online, that you begin with the bigger picture that you need so that you create everything with that in mind. The biggest thing that I do want you to take away from this is that do not take it lightly, right? Yes, there are a lot of people online, but this is the best time to come online. And if you do not have any money, do not be deterred by that, right? Don't be deterred. You can still get started. Just take the steps that I have shared with you in this video, okay? If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do. And don't forget to comment below and let me know how you feel about charging high tickets. So £3,000 or $3,000, how does it feel to charge that, which is minimum for high ticket, by the way. Now, before I leave, I want you to make sure you check out this playlist all about email marketing, and of course the playlist right beneath it, which is all about running paid advertising. These are the other components that you are going to need for your business, so check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. God bless.